In the heart of Kenya, among the Kikuyu, Embu, and Meru communities, whispers of resistance began to stir. These whispers soon transformed into the Mau Mau movements, an underground rebellion against the oppressive grip of British colonial rule. The name Mau Mau echoed a rallying cry derived from the Kikuyu phrase Imzungu enda Ulaya, Mwafrika apati uhuru, which meant let the European go back to Europe, let the African regain independence. The movement's foundation was built on secrecy and unbreakable loyalty, solidified through oathing ceremonies. These rituals, steeped in tradition and mystery, bound the members to the cause with vows of commitment and secrecy. The air was thick with resolve as each oath was taken, a solemn promise to fight for freedom at any cost. In October 1952, the simmering tensions boiled over into coordinated attacks. The Mau Mau targeted European settlers and African loyalists, aiming to destabilize the colonial administration and force political change. The sudden surge of violence shocked the British authorities, who swiftly declared a state of emergency. This marked the beginning of a brutal crackdown on the Mau Mau movement. The British response was swift and ruthless. Military campaigns were launched, deploying thousands of troops, conducting air raids, and establishing fortified villages to control the population. In April 1954, the infamous Operation Anvil was executed in Nairobi, leading to the mass arrest and internment of thousands of suspected Mau Mau supporters. This operation struck a heavy blow to the movement's urban support base. Detention camps and rehabilitation centers sprang across the country, where suspected Mau Mau members were detained without trial, subjected to harsh conditions, and forced labor. Entire communities were uprooted and relocated into fortified villages, isolating the insurgents and attempting to cut off their support. Amidst this turmoil, Jomo Kenyatta, the prominent nationalist leader and head of the Kenya African Union, was accused of leading the Mau Mau. Despite his denials, he was arrested in 1952 and sentenced to 7 years in prison. His imprisonment symbolized the colonial regime's desperation to quash the uprising. Meanwhile, in the dense forest of Aberdare and Mount Kenya, Dedan Kimathi emerged as a key military leader of the Mau Mau. His charismatic leadership and strategic brilliance galvanized the fighters. Kimathi orchestrated guerrilla warfare against the British forces, becoming a symbol of the relentless struggle for freedom. However, his capture in 1956 and subsequent execution in 1957 dealt a severe blow to the movement. By 1956, the Mau Mau Uprising had been largely suppressed. The relentless military pressure, strategic counterinsurgency tactics, and mass detentions had severely weakened the movement. Although sporadic resistance continued, the uprising resulted in significant loss of life, with estimates suggesting around 11,000 Mau Mau fighters and sympathizers killed, alongside approximately 1,800 African loyalists and 100 European settlers. The Mau Mau Uprising underscored the untenable nature of colonial rule and the urgent need for political reform. The British government began to introduce gradual political changes, including greater African representation in governments. The struggle and sacrifice of the Mau Mau fighters played a crucial role in galvanizing the broader nationalist movement in Kenya. By 1963, Kenya achieved independence, and with Jomo Kenyatta becoming the first prime minister and later the first president of the newly liberated nation. The Mau Mau Uprising remains a contentious chapter in Kenya's history. For years, the British portrayed the Mau Mau as a savage and terrorist movement, while many Kenyans saw them as freedom fighters who valiantly resisted colonial oppression. In recent years, there has been growing recognition of the Mau Mau's role in the struggle for independence. In 2013, the British government issued an official apology and agreed to compensate thousands of Kenyans who were tortured during the uprising. The Mau Mau has left an indelible mark on Kenya's national consciousness, symbolizing the fight against colonialism and quest for freedom and justice. Monuments, museums, and commemorations continue to honor the legacy of the Mau Mau fighters, ensuring that their bravery and sacrifice are remembered for generations to come. If you enjoy this video, please like, comment, and subscribe because this will help in the growth of the channel. See you in our next video.